All right, guys, what is going on? It's your boy Tyler Gates, aka TNG Law 205. I'm back, baby. I'm back. It's your boy. It's me. It's me. It's that TAG, Tyler Alexander Gates, and I am so happy to announce that now, guys. All right. We have a very special episode for you today. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what it's going to be like. Obviously, we're going to have NFL talk about the Falcons and the Bills. We're going to break that down. We're also going to break down college football week 8. I'm going to get into that big matchup with Alabama and Tennessee. Also, the NBA tip-off week is coming up, season premiere, baby. And then, last but not least, I got to get into this ALCS and NLCS. What is going on with Toronto? What is going on with some of the other teams? Toronto, Milwaukee, what's going on? We're going to get into all that right now. So, thank you once again for staying tuned on Tag Loud 205 on Millions. Thank you to Millions once again for providing me this platform so I could bring this to you. Now, we are going to get into probably the best thing I want to talk about today. And that is the Falcons and the Bills Monday Night Football game. Now, I know people are going to say, Tyler, we don't want to hear from all the Falcons fans. Okay, you got no. It wasn't luck. This wasn't luck. This was not luck. This was a selfless win, like head coach Raheem Morris, aka Heem, said. This was a selfless win by the Atlanta Falcons. And I firmly believe that the Atlanta Falcons are now not only a playoff contender, but a dark horse Super Bowl contender. Don't be surprised if we go to the NFC Championship game. Please don't be. And I continue to tell personnel, I continue to tell people that when we're talking about the Atlanta Falcons, not only are we talking about the best defense in the NFL for not only 2 straight weeks, but going to be a third, in my opinion, but they held the Bills to 291 total yards. Hold on. That's the season low for Buffalo. Bijan Robinson, the best player in football, as Raheem Morris, a.k.a. Heem, also exploited for 238 scrimmage yards and an 81-yard touchdown run. I know you remember that. Taylor Rapp, you missed the tackle. Okay, hold on. I'm not done. D. Offer, he picked him, Josh Allen off, right? Finally getting back in his rhythm. I just want to know why Mike Hughes continues to blow coverages. That's the only question I have for the Falcons defense. It's always Mike Hughes. It's always him. You know, and to get a little bit off topic here, why is he wearing number 21? Off the blank. If you're watching this video or watching this nationally, I have a proposal for you, sir. Please retire Deion Sanders number 21. Please retire Michael Vick's number 7, even though Bijan Robinson is wearing it, and Michael Vick gave him permission to do that. And we already knew you're going to retire Matt Ryan's number 2. We know it's coming. Julio Jones number 11 should definitely be retired as well. So, about 4 numbers you got to retire. Anyway, Jake Matthews, he's injured, right? Exited with an ankle injury, and we still found a way to win. I mean, obviously, that's a big blow because we don't have Caleb McGarry. So now we got Chris Lindstrom, Matthew Bergeron, and then, you know, just a bunch of, you know, we don't have the best offensive line in football, but we have one of the more underrated lines in all of football. Michael Penix, what a performance that he put up. Of course, he was going to perform. Drake London, way to get back in the swing of things. We got to get Kyle Pitts more involved, people. Tyler Algier on third downs needs to be in the game. If you need to run a double running back package, do so. But he needs to be in the game on third downs. The Falcons defense remains the only unit. I'm going to say it again. The Falcons defense remains the only unit in the NFL to keep every opponent under 300 yards. The only one. We're the only team to keep every NFL team so far that we have faced this season under 300 yards. Total yards. Come on, man. I just want to know, what is the big holdup with people and not respecting the Falcons defense? That's all I want to know. We have a great defense. Yes, we drafted Jalen Walker. Yes, we gave up a first-round pick to the Rams to probably draft their quarterback of the future next year for James Pierce, who's going to be way better than any other quarterback they could probably select with that pick. I can just tell you right now, are the Falcons, and this is my debate question before we move on to the other topic, are the Falcons officially a top 10 defense. They are the number 1 defense. I can answer that question for you. Yes, they're the number 1 defense in the NFL currently right now. Hello? They're better than the Chargers defense. Way better than the Chiefs defense. Way better than them. And then the Saints. I mean, come on now. And then my other question to segue into my second segment here. Does Buffalo now have to adjust after getting exposed? First of all, the question should be, did Buffalo get exposed? They did. On a whole different level. I mean, Keon Coleman wasn't involved at all. You want to know why? Because that 2-4 was over there locking that up. That's why. That 2-4 was over there witnessing greatness. That's why. That 2-4 was over there keeping him at bay. Okay? I don't want to hear nothing about injuries. Dalton Kincaid wasn't playing, or we didn't have the components. Deion Dawkins, I love you. But if y'all don't stop complaining, Buffalo Bills fans, Baltimore Ravens fans, Cincinnati Bengals fans, you guys complain so much about not making it past Mahomes. You complain so much about not having a good defense and stuff like that. You complain so much about injuries. I can tell you, Cincinnati Bengals, they brought it upon themselves in the AFC Championship game. Baltimore Ravens, they brought it upon themselves. Come on now. All these teams have brought it upon themselves. Buffalo Bills brought it upon themselves. Bengals brought it upon themselves. Ravens brought it upon themselves. Actually, the Bills did it a couple times against Kansas City. That's why you can't beat them. Because you're so worried about what the expectation is, and Josh Allen said, hey, I'm not worried about the expectation. We don't have an expectation this season. Which goes to show me why the reason they played the way they did on Monday Night Football is because you don't have an expectation for the season. You don't want to go to the Super Bowl. That's what it shows me. That's what it shows me. Segue into my second segment, college football. We are going to talk about Week 8 in college football. Week 8. Bama versus Tennessee. This is my favorite topic. You guys know. Okay. We love Tennessee. I have no beef with them. I have no beef with Tennessee. Okay. Some Tennessee fans I have no beef with them because we smack them up every year. Tennessee is the definition of finding a way to lose. Okay. Now, when it comes to Alabama, when it comes to us, they find a way to lose. So, Tennessee, I need you to do us a favor and go ahead and, beat Alabama for us this week, okay? I know you guys normally beat them at home, but now I need you guys to beat them on the road, okay? In Tuscaloosa at Saban Field. I need you guys to do us a favor and win this game. So we want to face them in the SEC championship game, because if we do, we're going to destroy them. I'm not afraid of Alabama. Never was, never will. We should have beat Alabama. Vandy should have beat Alabama. Mizzou should have beat Alabama. They got lucky these past 3 weeks. They ain't gonna get lucky against Tennessee. I'll tell you that much. Tennessee got something to prove, for one. For two, when we're talking about Nick Saban, when we're talking about a defense, all time, right? Nick Saban's defenses all time have always managed to beat Tennessee, have always managed to beat down their opponent, right? Mainly Tennessee. Not as much as the late, right? We remember Saban's last season, they got beat. When he was at Alabama, they got beat. Kalen DeBoer's first season, what happened? So, and now it's going to carry over. I guarantee you, Tennessee's going to come up with a different fire. And Alabama, they're still riding high off these 3 wins, which I can't understand. They should really be 0-3. Maybe 1-2, because I think they could have beat Vanderbilt this year. But still, you get what I'm coming from. It's the bailouts. Not blaming the refs. I'm not blaming anything. But Alabama continues to get lucky. And that luck going to soon run out. Trust me, it's going to run out. And if you play us twice, we don't lose to the same team twice. We don't. Which sets up my debate question for them. I'm not going to touch on this topic a lot, because I'm going to touch on this topic when I have to laugh. When Tennessee beats you. That's all. Look. I know for a fact what's about to come. The fall is coming very, 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 very soon. So, does Alabama take back control of the SEC, barring this win against Tennessee? No. The control in the SEC firmly either belongs to Georgia, Oklahoma, or Texas. SEC-wise, nationwide, Texas doesn't have any rank. You still have to give Texas their props. Oklahoma, give them their props as well after suffering their first loss because they've been good this year. South Carolina, they're coming up on. I think Vanderbilt has to be in that conversation. Vanderbilt has to be in the conversation of top 3 or top 5 SEC teams this year. No doubt about it. But Georgia will always be in the top 3 or the top 5. It's just like that. It's just like that. So, Tennessee, I need you guys to play a little bit of offense this game. Because last game, where was the offense? Right? Where was the offense that I come to know and love with Tennessee? With Nico Alamiava, even though he struggled at Tennessee. But still, that was a very mobile offense when he was there. So, can they pull off the upset against Alabama? Yes. What can they do in order to make sure that they pull off the upset? Obviously, you guys have to have a defensive balance, but you also have to have an offensive attack. If you don't have that, you're not going to beat them. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. We'll move on to my next topic. We're going to get into the NBA, and I'm excited. I am excited, I tell you, for what is to come from the Atlanta Hawks team this year. You're not getting me to say, as a diehard Hawks fan, that Zachary Richache, Richache, is not Richacher, pronounce it. It's Zachary Richache. You're not getting me to say that he's not at least going to be the most improved player running. You're not getting me to say that he's not going to at least average 17 to 20 points a game. I can see it happening. KP, comeback player of the year. Running for sure. Trae Young, if he wins MVP this year, I think big things are gonna happen. I'm smelling NBA finals. Okay. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, one of the best if not the best offseason, A plus all around the board. Okay. Trae Young has a big announcement coming up today. You know, I'm gonna stay tuned for that. But anyway, I think Jalen Johnson, Dyson Daniels, Zachary Richache, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, double O, okay, KP. I mean, we got so many components. Luke Kennard. Yeah, we have so many components on this team. That I feel like if we were to continue to do what we are doing and win games, there's no telling that we're not going to the NBA Finals. I think the Houston Rockets could go to the finals this year. I think the Boston Celtics could make the playoffs as a lower seed. Obviously, Jason Tatum is still suffering or recovering from that injury, rather, that he suffered in the Knicks series last year that took him out. We obviously know that Golden State is still going to be in the running. Stephen Curry wants a 5th ring. The Lakers, LeBron wants a 5th ring. Luka wants his first. We're going to see what the Clippers are going to do. Is this their last run? I think it is, right? We can go down the list of teams that have a good chance. Denver, they're gonna be on some type of revenge tour. Is Minnesota gonna come back with a vengeance? We don't know what's gonna happen, but I can tell you who's gonna happen. Go on and give me the Orlando Magic. Go on and give me the Orlando Magic in the conference finals. Book it. Go on and give me Charlotte in the play-in tournament or the playoffs. If LaMelo Ball can stay healthy the whole season, if Brandon Miller can stay healthy the whole season, you're not telling me that this team is not going to the playoffs. Yes, they're going to get bounced, but I want to see improvement from the Hornets. Washington Wizards, I want to see improvement for them. Bub Carrington, right? Alex Sarr, Trey Johnson. I want to see the future, which is Bilal Coulibaly. That's really the franchise player, in my opinion. But that's another conversation for another day. I mean, we could go down a list of teams. Cavaliers, I want to see something from Donovan Mitchell this year. I want to see them get to the conference finals and actually learn how to win some games instead of blowing them late. I want to see Milwaukee, what they're going to do with Giannis, even though I know that he's going to request a trade. I want to see what Indiana's going to do without Halliburton. Can Siakam carry another team like he did Toronto? It's so many questions that we're going to have. It's so many questions. New Orleans is the biggest question mark. Zion being skinny. Jordan Poole over there launching up shots. Jeremiah Fears, is he going to somehow win Rookie of the Year? Derek Queen, will he get enough playing time to succeed? I don't want to see them down there. I don't want to see him in Birmingham. You keep them up on the main roster, okay? So many questions. I'm going to get into those in later videos. But in my last topic, I'm going to talk about the MLB. And it saddens me to say that I cannot believe that these two series are going the way they are. You're not going to tell me that the Milwaukee Brewers are not a better team than the Los Angeles Dodgers right now. They're a way better team than them. Yes, they have the star power, do the Dodgers. But in terms of tactical things, the little things, Milwaukee's got it. And don't be surprised if they come back in this series down 0-2. I want them to. I don't want to see the Dodgers. I don't want to see Freddie Freeman win anything. And I'm a Braves fan, okay? Look, I love Freddie Freeman. He can win to any other team. He chose the Dodgers. Braves fans know it's really a couple teams that we hate or dislike, rather. It is the Mets, it is the Phillies, and it's the Dodgers. Okay, anybody else? Get a pad. We don't care about them. Got to beat the Dodgers. Find a way. Find a way. Get JM involved in the pitching staff. Make sure he starts a game. I mean, if you need Freddie Peralta to come out there, I mean, he's been struggling kind of, but still, right? And then to move on to Toronto. I mean, y'all can beat the Yankees, but we can't smack up on Seattle? What's going on with this? I'm confused. It's all right though. It's all right though. It's all right though. It's all right though. Because I will tell you this. If it's something I know about Vlad Jr., and tonight's game starts at 8 o'clock, he don't go down 0-3 to nobody. Toronto's winning this game tonight. I will guarantee you that. Toronto's going to win that game. Milwaukee's going to win that game tomorrow. You can come into this video because I guarantee you they're going to win. And that will be all for this episode of Tag Live 205 on Millions. Thank you guys so much. The rerun will be at 11. I just want things to work out well for my Falcons, for my Hawks, get the Braves back on track. I want Toronto and Milwaukee to win this series so I can see them face off in the World Series. I don't want to see a World Series with the Dodgers in it. Point, but I don't care who wins as long as the Dodgers ain't in it. If it's the Mariners versus the Brewers, Blue Jays versus the Brewers, I don't want to see the Dodgers in it, period. This is the entertaining league championship series on both sides because you have the team that everybody dislikes in the Dodgers, and then you have three other teams like, wow, okay, you guys are actually in here. The Brewers have a chance to win their first World Series, I think, their first one. And then Seattle has a chance to win their first World Series. Toronto has a chance to win another one. So, like I said, sports right now is going up. NHL talk. I'm going to get onto the Utah Mammoth video as well. I came up with a swap speculation video that should be up at noon along with this one. So definitely stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for watching and stay live, everybody.